The Retrobit Sega Saturn 2.4 wireless controller. How well does it work with the newly released Nintendo Online Genesis games? Well, it works, but not great. With a little addition and some tweaks, you can get it working the way it should. More after the intro. Using the 2.4 GHz dongle and following the instructions that came with the controller, connecting to the switch is easy. Unfortunately, by going this route, the switch sees the Retrobit as a USB controller and does not give the option to remap the buttons as it would when you connect a Pro controller. What this means is the button mapping will be set like this and cannot be changed. Which means the Genesis controller is mapped like this. Well, it works, but I'd rather go with a button layout the way it should be, and I figured out a way by using this. This is the Mayflash Magic S Pro controller adapter that currently sells for about $35 on Amazon. With this adapter, you can use multiple different controllers for the Switch among other systems. First, connect the adapter to the switch dock and make sure the LED flashes purple, showing that it's in switch mode. There's a button to switch modes on the dongle if necessary. Then, connect the 2.4 GHz dongle to the Mayflash adapter. Here's the part where you have to deviate a bit from the instructions. The Saturn controller has different connection modes shown by either a red LED for D input mode and a blue LED for X input mode. Retrobit says to put the controller in D input mode to connect to the switch, but as you can see, nothing happens. But when you switch the input mode by holding Start and the B button until the LED turns blue, the controller will connect. Not only that, but now the Switch sees it as a Pro controller, which means remappable buttons. Now, after way more trial and error than there should have been, here's the remap that I came up with. With this, the button mapping is as it should be. Here would be a good time to save the custom mapping, so you can load it when needed. As you can now see in Castlevania, the buttons are mapped as it should be, with A as attack, B as jump, and C for your item. I also noticed that Contra has a handy little display in the options that show the registered button pushes. As you can see, ABC as well as XYZ are mapped correctly. I also mapped the ZL and ZR to the top buttons for easy access to the suspend menu. Well, that's about it. Hope this helped in some way. Is my way definitive? Absolutely not. I just wanted to share a method that I figured out and works for me. By the way, for those hoping that this method will work to fully remap a third-party USB Nintendo 64 controller, sorry, but it won't. Nintendo doesn't give the option to fully map all the yellow C buttons. As far as I can tell, at the moment, the only way to use an N64 controller with all the buttons working properly is to go that route. But that's a discussion for another day. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below. Now go and enjoy some digital distractions. Hope you have a great day.